It just finally for those who have seen the interview with DOA, one of the things I loved about interviewing him was not knowing too much about him, but was he's very passionate with his storytelling. But he
Absolutely. That boy is one of the greatest storytellers outside of Jamie Foxx that I've ever known, that I've met. Jamie will tell a great story. DOA will tell a great story.
Yeah.
Trust me.
He will transport you as if you were there with them on Redondo Beach or stuff like that, and he takes his time through that. But he said you gave him the nickname DOA, and
I did.
What did you see in him that you gave him that name?
I just saw how passionate he was about the music. He was, in those terms, he is just like me as far as just, man, I just love the music. And we both love James Brown. We have similarities when it comes to that. Of course, his musicianship is way off the charts, like crazy. He's one of the most like talented musicians that I know. He not only can he play the bass, but that boy would get on that guitar and wear you out. Wow. Boy, he can play that guitar. I love D when he played guitar, man. DOA, he's just a super talented guy. But more importantly, I can call him a friend. He is, to me, that's more important than anything to me. It's just that we have the same similarities when it comes to liking music. And, we always talk, shop, like, James Brown, Prince, Sly. I love talking about stuff like that with him, because he has just as much knowledge, as I do, and I just love that. I just love music, man. I'm just all about, doesn't matter where it comes from, Prince, that's, that guy.
Did you ever meet Prince?
I met him. Yes. I met him once. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I met him once. And it was, it was very interesting surrounding. But yeah, I did meet him at the time. This was during his 1999 tour. It was interesting because I was with the group Tease.
Okay.
Yeah, and
you hadn't broken. So that means you hadn't come out. You hadn't done your album.
No,
okay.
No. This was before I was. Yeah, but our accountant at the time, Fred Moultrie, was an accountant for Tease. He was also the accountant for Prince. So he got us tickets to the show.
Okay.
So after the show, he said, "Hey, man, well, let's go." They have a back room to see if there's a little after together. And I didn't think he was going to come out because, he was known as just being very, just out of the way quiet. But first I saw Vanity came out and I was just, Denise, I'm sorry, rest in peace. Denise came out, Denise Matthews. And as soon as I saw her, I just melted. I was like, because I said, that's my wife. That's who I want to marry. And I remember, I wanted to meet her so bad. I asked Fred, I said, Fred, can you please introduce me to Denise, please? I mean, and he's like, yeah. I said, dude, that's like, she's like the goddess to me. She's like my wife. I want to marry her, so he laughed, right? So he takes me over to her. Now, mind you, Fred was a nut. He was crazy too. Fred, he said, hey, Denise, this is Chuckii. He's an up and coming, musician, writer. And, and I'm sitting there just looking at her, just like, and he goes, yeah, and he also wants to marry you. And I'm like, I just look at Fred like, why would you say that? I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh my God. And let me tell you, she went, oh, she said, come here. She said, oh, you're so sweet. She said, you're so cute with your dimples. And she kissed me on my dimple, on my right side of my face. And let me tell you, I didn't wash my face for about a month. I didn't wash my face for a month because Vanity, aka Denise Matthews, kissed me on my cheek. Rest in peace. So after that, I was done, man. It was all about Denise Matthews after that. It was all about Vanity 6 after that. Nobody could tell me nothing. I
Oh
was done.
goodness.
Cooked. I was cooked, man. I was
And you
cooked.
saw Prince the same day?
And then right after that, I was mad at Fred. I was like, man, Fred, why you say that, man? You made me look like an idiot, dude. I was a kid, man. But after that, we were about to leave, and then all of a sudden, like out of nowhere, Prince comes out. And I was like, oh snap. I was like, wow. It's like, damn, he's really short. That's the first thing I was like, wow. I thought I was, he's like, wow. I thought was the first thing I thought. Like, dang. But then it was like, okay. So I shook his hand and he gave me a nice firm grip. He's like, how you doing? Because Fred said, hey, this is Chuckii. This is, he said, how you doing? Nice to meet you. He's very firm handshake. But he was cool. We didn't really chop it up. He just said, how you doing? Nice to meet you. And, good luck, everything. And that was it,
Wow. But then, so you get, even with your success, you're both on the same label afterwards there was no other. Yeah.
Well, at the time, by the time we got to, I was on Atlantic, even though it was part of the Warner Electric Atlanta, I was on Atlantic. So but yeah, after that, we never really connected or anything. I connected with Morris Day, of course. I did a few joints with Morris and,
okay.
And I know Bean is, cool. That's my Jelly Bean is my dude. Bean is cool. Yeah, Jesse is cool. I talked to Jesse. Yeah, I talked to Jesse a few times. We're I really respect Jesse, man. Great guitarist, man. Yeah. So yeah, I met.
But you think he knew of you afterwards? I mean,
no.
he probably wouldn't.
You know what? Yeah, actually he did. Because, well, I don't know if I should put his name out there. I don't want to do that, but let's just say one of the guys from his band, I know. And so I remember we performed in Minneapolis for the Janet tour. And during that set, I get on the piano and I play the piano and I, do my thing. I remember one of the guys telling me that Prince was in the audience and he was watching. And I remember all the guys from NPG were there. And I remember one of the guys saying, he turned around and looked at Prince and was like, when I was playing the piano, they said, yeah, like, he's a bad boy. He's playing. And he said that Prince's response was, yeah, he all right. So so that was cool. But it was cool though, because I said, okay, that's funny. It's funny, all right. So from that moment when he told me that, I tried to make it my whatever I could do. I said, I want to run into this dude and I just want to play with him. I really want to play with him, I really wanted to jam session with him, but of course it never happened. But that's a funny story that he said he's all right, he's okay. He's all right, which is cool. That's cool. I'm with it. He could have said I was terrible,
Yeah. But then I've heard people say how he pays compliments in a very different backhanded way and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I took that as, hey, it's cool.
Plus, it was a
he
tour.
Said I was terrible.
It's the Rhythm Nation tour, so
yeah, Rhythm Nation tour. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Well, just as we leave, I always ask my guests that if you had was stuck in an elevator and you had to pick a favorite movie to pass your time, what you're in a hotel right now. If you could watch any movie, what's your favorite all-time movie?
It would be Fifth Element.
I don't believe it. Fifth Element, Bruce Willis.
That movie.
Oh, good.
I love that movie.
Fifth Element. Wow.
And not just because of Bruce Willis and Chris Tucker and all that stuff, but it was a story behind it. The connections to the powers, to the pyramids, and it's that part that goes over people's heads.
Yeah, because I don't think I remember the different elements, but wow. Okay.
That movie and Stargate are two movies that go right over people's heads with the symbols, the signs, and really, like I said, one day if we talk, I'll let you know what's up.
Okay.
But it's the symbols, it's the signs that point to what people really don't know, what's really going on. Those two movies really set it apart from everything else.
Well, I'll make sure. I remember watching Stargate, but I don't think I. Yeah, okay. I will rewatch both of them and take a look. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So okay, there's a different. Okay, no, I mean, it's amazing that some films we just take them at face value and we get lost in the comedic values and stuff like that. But the story sometimes becomes second fiddle to. Okay, and I'll go back and look at that. Hey, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. If you love what you watched, there's over 100 artists that we've interviewed. So please check out the videos. Remember to like, share, how not unsubscribe. Or better still, become a member of Halftime Chat and get exclusive videos ahead of time. But thanks for watching. Take care.